Welcome back to Mysteries Beyond Understanding, where we venture together to the blurred frontier between reality and the unexplainable. In our previous episode, we explored the possibility that this world might be nothing more than a simulation, where everything, from the sky above to the emotions you feel, is merely data in a colossal program. But today I want to take you somewhere else. Not up in the heavens, nor in the realm of laboratories and theories, but deep beneath the waves, thousands of meters below the surface, into a world where sunlight has never reached. A place where sounds still echo that science cannot yet explain. They call it the bloop, the sound from the deep in July 1997 at an underwater acoustic monitoring station in the Pacific Ocean. Scientists from the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, detected a strange sound. It wasn't the rumble of an engine, nor the trembling of an earthquake, nor the hum of a submarine. The sound was enormous, so loud that hydrophones located thousands of kilometers apart could still pick it up. A series of deep bubbling tones, bloop, bloop, like the rise of giant air pockets breaking free from the ocean floor. At first, scientists thought it might have been caused by an undersea volcanic eruption or the cracking of a massive iceberg. But upon closer analysis, the frequency of the sound matched that of biological origins, meaning it might have come from a living creature. And that was when everyone fell silent. Because if it truly was biological, then whatever made it had to be larger than any creature known to exist on Earth. Beneath the depths, where humans have never reached, over 70% of Earth's surface is covered by ocean. Yet we have explored less than 5% of it. The rest remains a dark, alien world, vast, silent, frozen, and under pressures that could crush steel in seconds. At depths exceeding 10,000 meters, where sunlight cannot penetrate and temperatures hover near freezing, life has evolved in unimaginable ways. Creatures with transparent bodies, bulging eyes, needle-sharp teeth, and organs that glow with bioluminescent energy. If a massive organism exists down there, we may have never known. Perhaps it lies dormant, motionless for centuries, needing no light, no oxygen, merely resting, like a conscious shadow within the deep. The bloop was detected near the Antarctic, in one of the most remote regions on the planet. No ships, no cities, no human noise, as if something was calling from the very heart of the earth. When fiction meets reality, when the sound was made public, researchers across the globe rushed to explain it. Some believed it came from ice quakes, the sound of titanic icebergs breaking away from the Antarctic continent. That theory seemed reasonable, but it didn't quite fit. The bloop's waveform didn't fully match that of ice fracturing. Instead, it bore the distinct pattern of a biological call, similar to that of marine animals. Some marine biologists suggested it might be a new species of gigantic whale, larger than the blue whale, the biggest known creature on Earth. A blue whale's call can travel hundreds of kilometers underwater, but the bloop was 4 times louder than any whale ever recorded. If it truly came from a living being, that creature would be hundreds of meters long, something beyond anything science has yet encountered. Others proposed something stranger still, that the sound wasn't of this world, a signal from an extraterrestrial being or an ancient intelligence living deep below, hidden where humans can never reach. The Lovecraft Connection. The strangest coincidence of all lies in the bloop's coordinates. eerily close to the location described by H.P. Lovecraft in his 1928 story, The Call of Cthulhu. In that tale, Lovecraft wrote about an ancient entity, Cthulhu, slumbering beneath the Pacific Ocean, deep in the sunken city of R'lyeh. Cthulhu never dies. It merely sleeps, waiting for the day it awakens to reclaim the world. Lovecraft wrote that story almost 70 years before NOAA recorded the Bloop. And yet, the coordinates he described are astonishingly close to the real location of the sound. A coincidence, or something more. For those who believe in ancient oceanic entities, the Bloop is nothing less than the breathing of a sleeping god. The ocean's unsolved whispers over the past few decades, scientists have discovered countless bizarre creatures living in depths once thought impossible. Giant worms that feed on sulfur near hydrothermal vents, jellyfish that glow in neon hues, and fish capable of swallowing prey larger than themselves. Each new dive reveals something stranger, something that challenges our understanding of life itself. If life can thrive in such extremes, then what is truly impossible? Could there be intelligent life, communicating not with light, but with low-frequency sound, the very signals we once dismissed as random noise? The deep sea is a perfect hiding place, a natural, forbidden zone untouched by humanity. If a civilization ever arose there, perhaps it learned to live in silence, speaking only rarely to see if anyone up above was still listening. After the Bloop, NOAA continued to detect other mysterious sounds. Julia, in 1999, a long, moaning tone that lasted 15 seconds. The train, the whistle, the upsweep, each unique, each untraceable. Some appeared seasonally as if part of a biological cycle. Others vanished forever, like whispers lost in the abyss. The official explanation and the lingering mystery. In 2012, NOAA released an official statement claiming that the Bloop was most likely caused by ice fracturing beneath the ocean. They based this on later recordings of similar sounds, yet there was no direct evidence of ice breaks occurring at that exact time. And many acousticians still argue that the Bloop's frequency profile contains traits only living organisms can produce. So, the official answer remains only a possibility. The door to the mystery still wide open. Echoes from the deep. If the Bloop was the voice of a creature, where is it now? And if that was its first call, could there one day be a second, when it awakens again? Divers and oceanographers have shared unsettling experiences. Some report hearing strange vibrations underwater, not through instruments, but through their own bodies. One researcher described, "At around 300 meters deep, I heard a low, rhythmic sound. It wasn't mechanical. It was like a heartbeat, as if the ocean itself was breathing." Another veteran diver who worked for years in Antarctic waters said he often felt a strange presence, a sense that something was watching him from below. There was nothing there, but I knew something knew I was there. That instinct, the feeling of being observed, may not be illusion, but a primal reaction to something beyond human perception. The echoes of mythology across cultures speaks of giant sea beings, Leviathan, Kraken, Ryujin, Cthulhu. Perhaps they are not merely legends, but echoes of ancestral memory, stories passed down from those who once saw what dwells below. Whatever the Bloop truly was, it has become a modern legend, a reminder of how small we are before the unknown. We can send ships to Mars and yet still fail to comprehend the planet beneath our feet. Thank you for listening to Mysteries Beyond Understanding. If you enjoy journeys that bridge science and the supernatural, follow the channel and don't miss the next episode, Aokigahara, the forest where life and death become one. See you there.